Starfield, that it starts out boring but gets good about 12 hours in. Well, I think the 12-hour number is completely arbitrary and people have just kind of latched onto it, but the game certainly does take a bit to get into, and I think that's for a few reasons. Firstly, the tutorial is slow as hell. I'll admit that I wasn't exactly fast doing the tutorial. You can skip tutorial. Okay, I'm not skipping the tutorial, to be honest. I think I probably need this. I didn't listen to it. What am I supposed to do next? Oh, I accidentally powered up all systems to skip the tutorial. How did I accidentally skip the tutorial? What do you mean? But it took me a little over 45 minutes to go from clicking new game to being fully released into the world, which isn't terrible, especially when that includes character creation, but it felt much slower than its predecessors. And a lot of that is because Starfield's tutorial was like, walk over here, listen to people complain about manual labor.
If you got paid per break, you'd be a millionaire.
Perform manual labor. Meanwhile, in Skyrim, it's like, that's a civil war general? You're about to be executed. Holy shit, is that a dragon? Even in Fallout 4, which has a slower tutorial in my opinion, it's like, wow, I have a family with my wife and kid and my wife's robotic boyfriend. Then holy shit, there's a nuke. Oh my god, my wife's dead now. Meanwhile, over in Starfield, you're still trying to figure out how many menus and UIs it takes to screw in a ship's grav drive. Which brings us to the second thing that makes the start slow. Learning the game's systems. This game has a bit of a learning curve, and part of that is because of the depth of the game and its mechanics, and the other part is because a lot of those mechanics are unintuitive or not explained properly. Like the scanner, for example, which has a bunch of functionality on foot and on the ship, which I feel like I had to figure out all on my own. And a lot of basic game mechanics are locked behind skills that cost perk points. Want to sneak? You can, but you need a perk to unlock the stealth meter. Want to move your ship side to side? You need a perk first. Want to use your jetpack? You need a perk first. I'm not sure I would even say I dislike this system, but it certainly makes the early levels feel slower and postpones your character's build if you want access to these mechanics. But once Grandma Jolene got a handle of the spaceship controls and finished proving why driver's licenses should have a maximum as well as minimum age limit, Doc, I'm pressing space. How the f does this work? She headed down to the main story faction to complete her tutorial. I won't get into the main story too much, but like many parts of this game, it starts out slow, tedious, and kind of uninteresting, and gets better somewhere around the halfway mark. But Grandma Jolene is a true Bethesda gamer and knows that the best parts of these games are found where the main story isn't. So instead, she went to meet her parents. Hello? Why does my dad look younger than me?
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait, it looks like a younger me. Then we found out that we were paying 2% of all of our credits to let them live here, and refusing to pay permanently removes the trait, effectively disowning them.
Now, I won't lie, this apartment, you Atlantis, there's no way we can afford to stay here without you. But we can find someplace cheaper, no doubt. We'll manage.
Unable to let them experience the hell that is life without their grandma daughter, we decided to euthanize our young parents with a landmine. I didn't think this through.
Just be safe.
This brings me to a small point I'd like to make about essential NPCs. Maybe it's because I'm a murderous psychopath, but I was cock-blocked by essential status many times while playing. It's not a big deal and follows the trend Bethesda has leaned towards for a while, but I would always prefer to let anyone die and have the player deal with the consequences instead. I was a civilian. I apologize. Oh, please don't go down there. So, Jolene left her physically and fiscally crippled parents and did what any child does after leaving the nest. Eat way too much fast food for dinner. Chunks? Oh, fuck yes, I want to order chunks. Oh, no way. It's been 10 years since I got a baked potato chunk. Now, I know I've been kind of shitting on the game so far, but Chunks serves as a great example of what this game does right. The settlements that are hand-placed in this game are full of stuff to see and do, and are filled with life and character. It's genuinely hard to walk through a city in this game without collecting a side quest along the way. Now, the quality of said side quest may differ, but in this case, Grandma Jolene was tasked with picking up a shipment of Chunks special sauce from the city of Neon, and as a lifelong Chunks fan, she couldn't decline. The only product spacefarers consume more than Chunks is gamer subs. Waifu Cup Season 5 started about a week ago, so make sure to keep an eye out there for new releases and use code MILK for 10% off. If people use the code enough, we could eventually get our own milk cup or flavor, so if that sounds cool to you, check it out. Link in the description. But on the way to Neon, we decided to do some of this much hyped exploration and land on the arid husk of Earth 3 years into the future. Oh, Earth looks bad, bro. Wally was right. Well, it's daytime in Australia still. It's about sunset. We'll go to Australia. Well, it looks like Australia hasn't really changed at all. So, planet and space exploration were touted as one of the main features of the game, but to be honest, it kind of just feels like it's there as something to do if you get bored with the good, actual fun parts of the game. Well,